We're on Taharot Perek Zayin, Mishnah Zayin, 7th Mishnah in the 7th chapter, Masechet Taharot. So the idea of this Mishnah is easy, but we're going to come across an interesting word. I don't really know exactly what it means. I might need your help. Says the Mishnah, Meniach et kela b'chalon shel odyarin. This is the word. Okay, if you leave your kilim, your vessels, you leave your stuff in a chalon. A chalon is a locker. Let's look at the Bartenura says, and then we'll look at some kitvayad. This word odyarin is that's a Greek word, I'm sure, some Greek Latin word. No idea. So if you're into that stuff, you let me know. We'll see in a second. Odyarin, habalanim. The balanim, the bathhouse guys, the people who are in the bathhouse, yeshem chalonot, they have windows. What do we call a locker room? Whoever comes to the bathhouse, you put your stuff in a window, i.e. a locker, and you lock the locker. So now, if I leave my stuff in a chalon shel odyarin, so the Bartenura says it's a locker. Now, of course, the problem is, that's a really strange word. The Kahati says some have the girsa of Oliyarin. Who is some? Okay, this is Ktav Yad Parma Meniach Kela B'cholav Shel Oriyarin, not Oliyarin or Oriyarin. So now we have Oriyarin. The Kahati says Oliyarin. I'm going to look at one. We're going to look at one more Ktav Yad. We'll look at the other one in Parma. Remember, you can find the Ktav Yad yourself. I just put a bookmark here. It's unbelievable. You could read. You can see all of this stuff. Okay, it's really so useful. So if you leave, let's see if you can find it here. Oh, it's on the next page. I mean, sometimes the pagination is not perfect. Here we are. Here we go. Hameniach et chila b'chalon. Here again, shel uriyarin. Uriyarin. So what are uriyarin? I looked it up in Jastro. Storehouse, store. So you leave it in the lockers in your quick store. It's basically you left yourself in a locker. But if you know what uriyarin is, you want to look it up more meticulously. I'm always welcome to. I'd love to hear your input. Anyway, Relezim is Arya Mitaher. Lazar says, there's no problem. When people don't stuff when you lock it. B'chachamim say, Ad shitein lo et hamaftech o chotam, until he gives him the maftech, the key or the seal. Oh, actually, siman. Make a siman. It's not enough. Says the Bartenura, the Rabbi Levi says it's not enough. It says it's fine. Chachamim say it's not enough that you put your stuff there. Okay, from the when you locked it. I guess it didn't have. It's not like ours where everything has a lock on it, but you closed it, and nobody's going to touch your stuff. We're not afraid. Anybody's going to go into your locker. He's a ganav. What are you doing? Okay, so and that's Rabbi Levi says it's enough. And I think what he means when you close the door. Okay, the Chachamim say no. It's shitem l'tocho maftech. You have to have a key. You get the key, but and you give it to Balan, the bathhouse guy watches the key. We said we're not afraid that the Amaretz is going to go into your stuff. He watches the key for you. Okay, next case. So now what do we learn? We learned the machloket. Do you have to worry people are going to look in your locker and touch your stuff, unless it's locked or not? Really interesting question. You want to leave your stuff over from the gat. The gat means the press, the wine press, the actual press of the wine from one year to another. Now, do you have to assume that he's going to use your stuff from one year to the next? Says the Mishnah, Kelav Tehorim. Okay, that's for a non-Jew. Kelav Tehorim. Look at the Bartenura for a second. Big Nachri Kelav Tehorim. In the case of a Nachri, Garcinan, I think we're in the Kitvayat, so let's take a look at what girsa they have. Here we are. Kelav Gazu got Haba, Kelav Tehorim. So they don't have Hanachri. You don't have a Nachri. So Kelav Tehorim, that's the girsa of the Mishnah. And he has a girsa of Benachri Kelav Tehorim. Very interesting, a different girsa. Okay, Kolomar, Imenicham Eitzel Nachri. If you leave them with a non-Jew, Ein Rehem Mishum Isur Yayin Nesach. You don't have to worry about Yayin Nesach. So if you have the girsa of Nachri, well, let's say we don't have the girsa of Nachri. You leave it with the Am Aretz from one to the next. Kelav Tehorim. Then the Kelim are okay. Ubi Yisrael, and with the case of Yisrael, Ad Shiomar B'libi Ayah L'Shamam. If he's a Yisrael, so now the real question is, what does that mean if he's a Yisrael? Well, of course he's Yisrael, even if he's an Am Aretz. So therefore, the Bartenura explains the following. He said there are the people that don't have the word Nachri, like we said. Okay, rather it's Mayri B'Kohen. Talking about a Kohen, a Lokeach Yayin Shel Truma Mi-Am Aretz. He buys Truma wine from the Am Aretz. Now the Am Aretz, when the Kohen buys, he gets special hashgacha, so the Kohen doesn't have to worry. And then the Kohen has a deal, and he says, you keep the stuff for the next year. since they belong to the Kohen, mirtad amaretz lo nagu b'hem. So they know the amaretz knows the Kohanim, this truma, they were very, very careful. The amaretz is very careful. Mirtad, he's afraid. Aval, imekilim she Yisrael, but if it belongs to Yisrael, sherosel lasod yeino b'tahara. So now you're just machmir. You want to make it tamei. Lo mizdar behu amaretz kulei. He's not so careful. Meaning, if he's dealing with a Kohen, the Kohen is very meticulous. You got to be very careful. But if it's amaretz, but if it's a Yisrael, he's not. We are afraid he's not careful. So therefore, so basically the Bartuner is saying, the Mishnah is saying the following: a Kohen who leaves his stuff from one year to the next, Kelav Dorin. Then the Amaharitz are very careful; they don't touch your stuff. But Ubi Yisrael, if it's a Yisrael who says, "Listen, I want to be careful," then it's only tahor ad shiomar b'libi ayal shemar. Until it's only tahor if the Amaharitz says, "Yes, I was very careful to make sure they did not become tamei." Otherwise, if you just kept them, you have to be afraid that they became tamei. We'll stop here. Dedicate our learning to remember my father, Rab Simcha ben Yitzchak Kalman. Make it a great day.